So what I'm talking about today is how we scaled to 50 million in 4 years with financial engineering. So who am I? My name is Harry Singh. I lead ops at Obvi. So we are a health and wellness brand for women. So one of our main products is a collagen, right? Where the differentiating factor across all of our products is we're more focused across flavoring, and that has really shown how we can take a part of the market essentially. So what we've built, so we've bootstrapped by investing $10,000 to generating 50 million in 4 years. We are about a 10-person team. In 2021, we were the brand of the year by Stack 3D. So if any of these apply, I'd like to put your phones down. I don't think anyone has any phones out anyway, so it's great. So if you have less than 6 months of burn rate left in your brand, right? If you can't raise capital in this climate, ad costs are making it impossible to scale. Competition is getting just continuously getting worse. Saturation, right? That's kind of ties down to the competition, and as well as your CAC and your LTV ratios that aren't making sense. So, if any of you guys have these certain issues or experiencing them, this is going to be directed toward you guys. So why is it hard to build right now? Well, there's several reasons, right? We're in post-pandemic, we're pre-recession, right? We're in midst of an inflation, post iOS 14 updates, and we're facing the largest economic downturn. So it's tough, right? I feel like everyone is experiencing this to some extent, right? Whether it's personally, financially, but what I'm going to share today is hopefully going to help your brands out. So let's jump in. So easy hacks to save and make money. So first, I want to talk about one of our tools that we use. It's called Finaloop, right? They are a AI bookkeeping service. So we've started using them. We've replaced our bookkeeper, and we've saved 25,000 a year, right? Automatically. They're fully automated because of their AI functionality. And one of the reasons why we like that is because it's real-time P&Ls and balance sheets that we can constantly view what's going on within our company. And you can sign up completely free, and they guarantee some inaccuracies by kind of going through your P&Ls within the first 48 hours. So this is a screenshot of one of our P&Ls for the month of April. Here, we made about a little over 20% in profit margin. So this is kind of just showcasing of how using Finaloop we have eyes on our constant P&Ls and can view where and how much we're actually profiting month over month. To kind of dive right into the P&L, just one line item that I wanted to pinpoint are revenue adjustments, right? So in this case, it's we're talking about discounts that we're offering, that brands are offering. So if your discounts are above 20% of your income, right? We started to we view that, and right here you see it's about 24. We started to kind of dive into the tools that can help, and one of the ones that could is called Get Fondue, right? Instead of offering discounts, what they do is they offer cash back for your customers. So essentially, it helps you with your retention, right? And you're not discounting each and every single of your products. But also, we started to provide a lot of free gifts in our bundles, and we eliminated that by providing this cashback offer. So, another point that I wanted to mention is merchant fees, COGS, as well as 3PL. Right. When it comes to merchant fees, we have paid over 3%. Right. We started to look for merchants that actually can lower the merchant fees, right? I think this comes a lot. This kind of resonates to brands a lot because at times we're just kind of choosing any merchant. So what we do is we analyze every piece of our P&Ls and trying to lower the percentage to overall to increase our profits. So COGS, here we have it around 22%. We ideally like to sit 20 to 25 just within our industry. And 3PL, right? Now, 3PLs, a lot of them charge for storage fees. So essentially, the whole point here is you got to negotiate, and negotiating is very important, right? Whether it's a merchant, whether it's working with your suppliers across your cogs, and even your 3PL. So how do you focus on cash flow cycling? Buy now, pay later. Who's heard of this? So this is, you guys probably thought I was talking about platforms like Sezzle, Affirm, Klarna, and Afterpay, right? But this is not what I'm talking about here. I'm talking about on the business side for brand owners and operators. So we are leveraging part of these tools to help us buy now and pay later. But two specific tools that I'm going to talk about today are Parker and Plastic. Shout out to Parker who's sponsoring tonight. So just to kind of give you guys a little background here. So in April, we spent about 420,000 in ad spend in the month of March here, and we started to use Plastic, which essentially, if you use Facebook, right, you get 30 days to pay back your ad spend if you're using AACH. So what essentially Plastic is, we consider it as more of a bridge, right? You use Plastic, which gives you 30 days to pay back, and then you top it with Parker, which gives you another 30 to 60 days, right? So ideally, you have 90 days to pay back your ad spend. So in the meantime, you're generating revenue, and then it kind of leads to this negative cash conversion, which is going to essentially help all brands out, because instead of putting money up front, you have time to pay that back. So like once again, negotiation, right? That's very important. So this is a screenshot of our COG. So we placed a PO, and we always ask for various price points, right? What's the price if we buy now versus if we pay later? I mean, you pay now, you pay later, right? So you see here that if we had paid now for our goods, we'd probably pay $9.39, right, for each quantity. Versus if we pay later, it'll be $9.71. You guys are probably thinking, well, why would you want to pay later, right? Because it's higher priced. Well, you also have to keep in mind that adding that 3% fee from these fintech solutions that we use, it essentially leads to this negative cash flow conversion, right? That we're all trying to kind of gain here. So in this case, we're always negotiating and trying to find out various price points by looking out the overall health of the business. So in this case, we decided, and we continue on to decide to pay later, so we have that buying power first, and then so we can pay for our costs from the profits that we're making. So I know I ran through everything quickly, but just to recap, right? We bought product and we didn't pay right away, right? Using the solutions such as Plastic and Parker. We ran over $400,000 in ad spend and we didn't pay right away either. Started selling inventory before we owed the money, right? And these all points are tied to using Plastic and Parker. And nothing was owed until after 60 to 90 days of accrual of the charge. So the key takeaways here is always try to bake in around 3 to 5% of your margins in fintech fees that are essentially going to lead you to negative cash conversion cycle. And in addition to being an operator at Obvi, this is our media company called Chew on This. A lot of the tips and tricks and hacks that we are currently using or the industry is currently using, we like to build in public. So if you guys want to scan the QR code here and get on the list and even win free merch, feel free. And hope you guys continue on following us and learning more about how we're building and where we're going. And don't be a stranger. Feel free to scan this QR code from my LinkedIn or text me, just don't stalk me. And then, of course, with anything that we can help you out with, of course, Parker's here. So you guys, definitely should talk to them. But any other intros that you guys would like to have us make, or myself or my team, please feel free to shoot me a DM on LinkedIn or text me, and we're more than happy to do so.